Okay, Sinatapi. I'm just coming to you for Wellness Wednesday, real early in the morning because the electricity where I live has been in and out, in and out. And Native Wellness Institute is doing a wellness in the workplace today. So I thought, well, I got some bars right here. I'm just out for my walk. This is where I live, and it's snowing. So welcome to Wellness Wednesday. I thought I would send out a message from Native Wellness Institute. You know, one of the things with our NGO, we're an NGO, is that our mission is to keep the teachings of our ancestors alive. And what does that mean to you? So, Oki Nistu Nidaniko Makoyo Sakoyi. It's my second Blackfoot name that I got in 2017. And my elders said that when you get your Blackfoot name or get your Indian name, you have to grow into it. So part of my growing into is I've always, you know, since I was a child, I was born and raised in Heart Butte. And we didn't have electricity or water, you know, so I'm old school. Like old school. So my instinct said, start a wood stove fire yesterday, and I just kept it roaring, and we lost electricity last night. So I thought I would just come to you because Native Wellness Institute, we always want to just bring a message for Wellness Wednesday. And so I just had a couple things to share with you. I was just overwhelmed with all of the congratulations with all of the graduates. I mean, graduates from, you know, Head Start, elementary, PhD, master's degree, bachelor's degree. All these graduates are just, we're just flooded in our nation, in United States, all of our graduates. So, you know, post the name of your graduate. We're just so celebratory. I just see the pictures. I see the family smiling. And I just want to congratulate you because I think that once a child is gifted to you and blessed to you, to raise them to be smart enough to get into college, smart enough to do all their homework, smart enough to talk to their colleagues, and then ask for tutoring. The humility that I hear asking for tutoring, and then doing good in the class. And then getting to know their professors, and then, dang, becoming a professor themselves. We just, you know, congratulations to, you know, our high school here. You know, sheesh, our superintendents are from our tribe, our principals, our vice principals, and most of our teachers. Oh my God, So I wanted to come to you this morning, and I'm talking a little bit loud because my ears, and I'm in a place where I walk every day. And after my surgery is healing, I can start to walk again. So I thought, whoo, I just been out here for a while. It's snowing. This is one of the roads out of where I live. There's a gravel road over to the left, but this is, now you know why I have a war pony and why I have a badass truck. Because where I live, you have to have a badass truck just to kind of maneuver. But let's talk about why should we embrace the teachings of our ancestors? And how did our ancestors keep the land, live on the land? And how did, you know, I was just thinking, you know, you guys are all invited. We invite you up to the Blackfeet Reservation, starting June 16th. We have the Days of the Buffalo, or the Eni. Near Chief Mountain. We're going to have the teachings of the buffalo. There will be a harvest if you want to eat raw meat or cooked meat, or some of us still like raw kidney with salt. I'm a kidney with salt. So I just wanted to embrace, you know, eating, you know, we call meat real food, and All the others, we call it not real food. So, hey, Trevo, how you doing? I'm just coming on for a little bit of Wellness Wednesday. I'm up right near the border. I live on Lakes Inside, Lower St. Mary's. And I've been out here, and you know what it smells like? It's like I'm standing under a sweet pine tree. There's these big old sweet pine trees, and, you know, sweet pine is really necessary because, you know, after all this happens, there's going to be some thunder heard, and there's going to be a lot of ceremony going on. There's a lot of ceremony now. Every month, you know, a lot of our societies gather and they just pray. And so as I go back and say my prayers, you know, there's a lot of people asking for prayers in our confederacy. A lot of, you know, I really have to, it makes me hurt when I see our young people asking for prayers for Gaza and asking for prayers for things that are not on our continent, but that are going on in our world. So how's Tabatapi, how Nina, how Napi Natusi, how Kita Piwa. One of the Blackfoot words that I used to hear is Spomodapi, you know. My grandma, it meant I guess it would translate to be an angel. Buksaput Spomodapi. Buksaput Spomodapi. Buksaput Spomodapi. Buksaput Spomodapi. I ask all the angels to go out and to surround people who are hurting. I ask the angels to surround you and to bring you contentment and calmness and joy. And I was, you know, often, you know, they tell us to do things like let go and let God, that we have no control of others. But when you see them suffering, you know, several people just ask for prayers. And so if you say a prayer, you know, ask the Spomodapi, the angels, to surround them and to give them a goodness, to give them, you know, the igakima, the try hard to go on and to reach out and to ask for help. I was, you know, my cousins, my close nephew, the Iron Pipe Fitzgeralds, you know, they're always, I have a lot of relatives around, you know, and I just always, hey, how you doing? I'm checking on you. And they're like, I'm checking on you, because we didn't have no electricity here. But my ancestors taught me to have kerosene lamps. My ancestors taught me to always have chopped wood. My ancestors taught me to have a wood stove. And I was thinking today, like, you know, because I need electricity to flush my toilet, you know, but I was thinking, oh, I always keep an outhouse. Like, I am definitely old school. And I have to redecorate my outhouse. So we haven't had to use it in a few years. But, you know, when you got company and anyway, I was just thinking, yeah, if the world stopped, you know, and there wasn't all these, Amazon ain't going to send nothing to the Blackfeet Reservation. They're scared to come to the Blackfeet. I'm just kidding. How come people are afraid to come to the Blackfeet Reservation? Because we're going to tease you to death because we love you. We tease and we tease and we tease. That's what we see what you're made of. And then once we see what you're made of, we get gentle, we get kind, we have lateral kindness. So just remember, when you meet Indians, they're going to just tease you up because they care for you. And when they tease you, they're just going to pick on points that you need to improve. You know, like if your baggy pants fell down to the floor, they're going to tease you about your baggy pants and just being all exposed. If they're going to tease you about, like I heard one of our elders, and you know, and I love people who wear eyelashes, but I just heard him say, ooh, a bird could land on those eyelashes. So we're going to tease you. So if you come to the Blackfeet Reservation or anywhere in Montana, we're just going to love you up with teasing. And tell us, you know, if it's too rough, we'll back off. We'll well, back off. Tell us if it's too rough and you can't take the teasing. But I just, again, one of the, I came out here and I thought, we have to get on. We're doing wellness in the workplace. Oh, it was just so beautiful yesterday. We have people from all over the United States, and we have a lot who just started a job. We have a lot who are thinking of changing careers. We have a lot who are just trying to, they might be in a patriarch system where they're the only woman or they're the only raisin in the rice. That's what they That's what Blackfeet say when everybody's like non-native and we're the only, we say, ooh, I was the only raisin in the rice. So sometimes you might be the only raisin in the rice, or you might be a cranberry, might be, a lighter color, might have green eyes, all that good stuff, just love yourself. And yesterday we wound down, we ended about 5 o'clock on that Zoom. And no matter what, it ended up being healthy communication. Healthy communication. And then I went just right from there to another Zoom for 2 hours for our Two-Spirit community, just really trying to communicate to make it a better world with all of our systems. And boy, 50 states together, including Canada and some in the South America. It's just good to communicate so that we see how to move forward. And communicating, if you can't do it in person, I realize going to the Gathering of Nations that not everyone can just saddle up and go on vacation down there. That it's often, we all have to work, pay our bills. And thank you for those who stay home, work, and pay your bills, because that's the foundation and that's the structure of Indian country, is to be responsible, to be mature, to be adult. And so one of the things, as auntie, I ask you to consider, if you're not getting along with someone, walk away. My elder Jasper told me at Kyo, he only speaks Blackfoot because he won't speak English. So I was really listening because he was giving me words of encouragement, which is what our elders do. He was telling me that I'm doing good. And then in the end there, he said to me, if someone treats you bad, walk away. And so my other relative was translating. I said, I wanted to know what that last part, I didn't quite get it. And he said, yeah, he said, if someone treats you bad, walk away. Walk away for a time, and then decide if your energy needs to go into that. Sometimes we have to let go and let God. And that's why, and when you walk away, pray for them. Call buksaput, the spumudapi, those angels, to surround them and help them to live a long life. Even though you don't agree with them, it's a time that we have to unite as Native people. I'm losing a little bit of Wi-Fi, so this is what I'm walking up. Anyway, that's, I've lived here 30 years, and this is one of my favorite walks to do, is in the springtime. So I'm trying not to get the iPhone wet. You know what happens when the iPhone gets wet. So I just like walking up and just sharing some messages for you. The other, the teachings of the ancestors, they have a saying sometimes, and my mom will say it. She'll say this all the time. Take 10 deep breaths and trust your gut. And I swear, my mom told me that all my life, and I'm 68 years old. And so I always take those 10 deep breaths and trust my gut. That's your epigenetics is in your gut. Your gut will tell you what you need to do. And so I just encourage you, and this is just try not to fall here. Hey, holding the phone. That's why I'm the badass auntie. I can hold the phone, walk up slick ice and snow. And there's what I had to climb out of. That's the hard driveway. This is the easy driveway. But I just wanted to come to you this morning, and tell you you're doing good, to tell you that you're doing your best, to tell you that, encourage you to trust your instinct, to pray for others, and let that stuff go. And you know what? I was just thinking today, if you only do one day at a time, 24 hours at a time, and then sleep. Last night, I was saying my prayers because no electricity, had the wood stove going, kerosene lamps and some candles. And I was just saying, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for my life. Thank you for where I live. There's fresh water, keep it fresh. Thank you for the snow, because the snow, that means we won't have fires. Thank you for the 4 seasons. Thank you for the solstice. Thank you for the equinox. Thank you for our ceremonies coming up. And you know, I'm pretty excited. Our niece, Lily Gladstone, and Natawapi Saki Carol Murray are getting an honorary PhD this Saturday. And Lily will be talking at 9 a.m. at the University of Montana. So you're all invited. I know a lot of the stand-ups, we have a lot of responsibility, but it would be good if you came with your stand-up and just supported them, because they're going to wear their kami poismanix, their stand-up headdress, and not the cap. But anyway, it's just one of those times where the university allies with us and recognizes all the long, hard work of these 2 women. I know that, you know, gosh, Lily is just traveling and going to be shooting a film till June, etc., dressing up for Meta Gala. Ooh, she looks so badass. I just loved it. I loved it. And the others, you know, Queen Latifah was there sporting it, you know. So our people of color are rising up, and ooh, that's scary to some, eh? And so I just want to send out a positive message. Got my fox hat on. I'm not getting wet. I got good gloves, and I'm just going to hike a little because I got to get on Zoom all day. And I love in person. We have to do Zoom still. We have to get on there. But I tell you, I like to hug people, and you can't hug people on Zoom. So you have to have them hug themselves. Like, just hug people, hug them hard, hug them long, hug each other, encourage each other, talk to each other, tell them what they do good, and just knock that negative shit off. You don't have to do that. Just be good to each other. Just uplift each other. Just tell each other that the goodness is there. Just look into the eyes of your grandchildren, of your children. Look into their eyes and you see you see it in their eyes. Just remember that. And I know my nephew, Trevor, I hope you're on here. I just love you. You're way down there, but I pray for you always. So I'm going to, I don't want to get super wet snow on this iPhone, because I might need it to get on my Zoom if the laptop doesn't connect. So I just tell you that, you know, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So we'll just give you a little taste of Wellness Wednesday, and we'll say, Kitakito Matsuno, I'll see you later. Kesikako, mem.